Revenue is up 12% from 493 to 552, and this is largely on the back of market share. We said we were going to do that, and we've done that. In terms of PBIT, unfortunately down from 20.6 to 19, or 1.6 million, 8%. And this has been impacted by two major issues. One is the positive impact of the property sale, and the other one is the negative impact of lighting structures and telecommunication structures. EPS up 56% from 6.4 to 10.1. Again, basically on the profit of the property that has offset the loss in disposal of lighting structures. Headline EPS down 27% from 6.9 to 5, mainly on the MTech contribution, which was down 84%.
Revenues up 12% to 552 million on market share growth in the majority of the businesses. The first-time contribution of 17 million from Ferrotech or Jasco Power Solutions in the industry vertical also contributed. Operating profit down 8% to 19 million rand. In the ICT vertical, the majority of the carrier business was up, with the exception of telecom structures, who incurred losses in the 6 months. The enterprise business was pretty much flat, on flat volumes during the period. In the industry vertical, we saw a good performance from fire and security and the first-time contribution from power solutions. While in the energy vertical, the electrical manufacturers business delivered a strong performance, whereas lighting structures disappointed with losses in the period. As Pete said, albeit at lower levels than the immediately preceding 6 months. Two once-off items also impacted: the loss on disposal of lighting structures of 4.4 million and the profit on disposal of property of 8.8 million.
In ICT, enterprise or the corporate South African market we see as very flat because corporate spend, they're hesitating to spend a lot in technical upgrades. But in the carrier space, because of the advent of 4G and LTE and the growth there, I think we're going to see some spend and we're going to benefit from that. Coming back to enterprises, cloud solutions, I think there's an appetite now, and maybe you need a bit of a downturn in the economy for corporates to make a decision to say, do I need to own that box that's in the basement? Do I need that basement? Do I need a PABX room? The answer to all of that, no, not any longer. And that's where we hope that the operational spend will continue and grow a little bit faster. We see an exceptionally large growth in Wi-Fi technology going forward. And I'm not talking about coffee shop hotspots. I'm talking about covering a complete mall in one Wi-Fi cloud. So we see that, and then we see the advent of 4G, and you're going to have to offload some of that traffic because it's going to be used predominantly for voice, good quality voice. Offloading that, we have that type of technology, and we see that growing. Last but not least, we see rooftop. You know, in terms of property owners having their rooftop, we do all the topographical planning in the region, so we understand when a rooftop is an important rooftop. And sometimes the property owner or the landlord doesn't envisage that and doesn't see that opportunity. So we've already signed 1 or 2 contracts. I can't elaborate too much on that at this point in time, but will in due course, that we're taking over the rooftops from landlords. We're managing that to the carrier and enterprise players, and we would be the interface between the landlord and the people that want to be on those rooftops. And also new malls. You know, there's no mall owner that when they launch a mall, they launch it with a key tenant, maybe a Hyperama or a Checkers or something like that, or Woolies, but they never launch the virtual part of that mall. We will help those mall owners to launch the virtuality part of their business, meaning rooftop. We'll know in day one, when that thing's still on the scribe, still in the planning phase, how important that rooftop's going to be, and more important, that Wi-Fi cloud in that building. And we're going to add value to revenue for those landlords.